Hello everyone and welcome, I'm Sparksy. Today we're looking at the Swamp Biome. Now the Swamp Biome is a combination between land and water. And as you can see, the oak trees in this particular biome sort of arranged to look like mangroves, especially with the vines added on top. Now vines can be used as a natural ladder, so you can climb up them and you can climb down them, and they're pretty useful. To obtain them you need to use a shear, in which case you will shear off basically parts of the vine, and then if you can put them on any vertical surface, so such as rock, and the vine will eventually extend down the column it is on. So it's sort of a way of having a ladder. It saves resources, but it will take a little bit of time for the vine to grow. This biome is also pretty renowned for all the clay you will find. Now clay can be found basically in any water, but I seem to quite find it a lot in swamp biomes because the water is usually shallow enough to see. So this is clay. Clay is a grey looking block, so that's dirt, that's sand. So clay does stand out. And if I look in this chest over here, when you break clay blocks, you get clay dust. When you put clay dust in a furnace, you will get bricks. Now 3 bricks will make a flower pot, and 4 bricks will make a brick block, which is used for building houses, and it's pretty good decoration, pretty nice. Now a unique mob you will find in this biome is the slime. Now slimes you will usually find underground, but on rare occasions you can find them in the swamp biome at night. They spawn during a full moon, so you basically need to keep an eye on the moon cycle during the night to basically keep an eye on when the slimes will be out. Now a slime looks like this. They vary in size, so that's the biggest one. If I break him, he will turn into either 2 to 4 medium-sized ones. If I break him, he'll go into smaller ones again. So there we go. And as you can see, they do die. Now there have been quite a few instances where I've been mining underground, and a small slime has tried to attack me and fallen to its death. So they're not particularly hard to take on. So I wouldn't worry about them if you do come across them. They do, however, drop slime. So open the chest again. You get slime from them, a slime ball. A slime ball can be added to a piston to make a sticky piston. Now a piston will push a block, but it will not retract it. A sticky piston will push a block and then pull it back. So that's what makes them pretty useful, especially in very complex redstone circuitry. Now another feature about this biome is the witch's hut. Now witch's huts, as you can see, looks like a pretty basic hut. It's made of oak, wood and spruce planks. And if we go inside, you will find a crafting bench, a cauldron, and a flower pot with a mushroom inside. Now you can often find witches in here. I still have yet to come across a witch inside one of these. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend making a house out of it. I mean, it's pretty small. And there's no real point to try and loot them, because there's nothing inside really, unless you want the cauldron, which, to be honest, doesn't really have much of a use for when I use it. And the last thing I suppose I should go on about is the lily pad. Lily pads are quite often found in swamp biomes. They're there in abundance, and it can make it pretty difficult to navigate if you're in a boat, because due to Minecraft physics, a boat often breaks when it comes into contact with a number of lily pads. So yeah, try and avoid the lily pads when you're traveling in a boat. And on the map, while we're here, if I just move here forward a little bit, it looks green. Pretty much looks like the plains biome and the extreme hills biome, but it's just got a little bit more water in it, so that's what sort of tells it apart. But it's still pretty difficult to identify. And that's it for the swamp biome. So thanks for listening.